Hey everybody, I'm Dan Plesac, and welcome to MLB The Show.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets right fielder, number 30, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, leading the Metropolitans past the Braves 13-1. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. The Marlins racked up 11 hits as a
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. The Metropolitans have played excellent baseball of late. They'll try to bring their win streak to a baker's dozen next. Cole Hamels will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, it's been a rough goal for this guy, Matt, in his last 3 starts. Last 3 starts, he's taken the loss in all 3, so he'd like to turn that fortune around in this one today, and the best way to start that, throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Now at the plate, Ahmed Rosario, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For the Mets, the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, the last game, they got to wash that down the drain. They got absolutely boat raced by a big margin. They got to put that behind them. Show up to the yard today looking to fight. Everything changes once the first pitch is thrown.
Here's Hamels now on 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Our temperature not quite as hot as we'd expected. 85 degrees, the reading at first pitch. Now the 3-0 offering. And that one misses as well, so it's a poor start here this afternoon as it's a 4-pitch walk to get things going.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He's coming off a big ball game last night in which he accounted for 5 runs batted in. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
The 1-1.
2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Rosario aboard here at first with nobody out. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. 3-2 pitch. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line drive base hit. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, D-Row, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hitting meeting resonated with these guys. Scored a ton yesterday and picked up right where they left off.
Here's Jake Marisnick. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
First and second here with nobody out. This is line to left. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Really unfortunate there. Obviously, the runner at second base was going to score easily, but it's possible they could have waved the runner around from first as well. We'll never know, though, as he's forced to hold the runner at third because of the ground rule double.
J.D. Davis the next at bat. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0 delivery.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
Runners at second and third here, nobody out. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third, and he's safe.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
Standing in, Eduardo Nunez, and the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. From the stretch. Swing, and he pops him up. Albies has a play, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos, runner in scoring position with two gone. He's set. Here it comes. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Set to deliver the 0-1. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. The 0-2 home. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Boy, talking about coming up with a big knock. After that pop-up, it looked like the inning was potentially over. Big two-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you watch your teammate in front of you miss his pitch. He got a nice pitch to hit right there and pops it up. You could tell he was dejected as he went back to the dugout. All you're trying to do is be a great teammate. Sean Casey always used to say to me, hey, D-Row, mix in a good teammate.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Mets out in front, 4-0. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Digging in, Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now a fastball. Oh, look below the knees, but he rings him up anyway, and there's one gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded softly to the right, scooped up, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Career numbers versus Syndergaard, batting a ridiculous .419. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Now the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Mets lead this one 4-0. Coming to the plate now, Jed Lowry. He'll lead it off here against Cole Hamels.
Lowry.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Line to the right side. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
Back to the top of the order now, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First offering on its way. And this one runs up high, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. One out, nobody on. Grounder down the line at third. He's got it. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
So here's Pete Alonso.
And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center.
On the move is Ozuna. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And this throw gets away from him.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Cespedes. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Not in time as he steals second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Cespedes behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Hit hard to third, fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4 last time around. On now to the bottom of the second. The Mets are out on top, 4-0. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Here's the 0-2. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
One and two, here it comes. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Syndergaard has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Swinging a looper to left. And there is the first hit of the ball game for the Braves.
Batting fifth, the catcher,
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Look, now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Runners on first with one down. Ball one as he lays off below the zone. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. And there's out number two.
batting seventh, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
So a runner in scoring position with two men gone, and that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. First pitch on its way. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Two out here and a runner at second. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with two strikes. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. Braves strand one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. New inning set to get underway, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Jake Marisnick. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit.
And they start the third inning the way they finished off the first two, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
In now, J.D. Davis, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one. He hit a sac fly earlier. The 1-0 home. Now a swing and a fly ball. And Markakis won't get there. It's a foul ball.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back, off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Fouled away. The 1-2.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
A runner at first with no outs here. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
Into the box, Eduardo Nunez. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Ozuna looks up, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first home run of the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Hey, you could tell as soon as the pitcher released that one, he almost wanted to pull it back. That thing popped right out of his hands, and that hitter's eyes lit up.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that'll be all here for Cole Hamels. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Felix Hernandez is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Felix Hernandez. The batter, the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. The 1-0.
Hey! Look out, 1-1.
Down the 3rd baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Still only 1 out in the inning. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now on 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And Hernandez won't get him to chase this one. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Hot shot toward 3rd, and the Mets just keep right on rolling, as this is good for extra bases as well. The relay, and it's in time. He's out at 2nd as a good relay gets him.
Well, he clearly thought he had a shot at 2 on the hit, but they did a nice job in the outfield of getting it in quick to cut him down.
At the plate, Noah Syndergaard. As it's grounded sharply to 1st, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves nothing. Into the box now, Austin Riley. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And now a pitch on the way. Swing, and he pops him up. Lowry ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Felix Hernandez. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball 1.
Too low, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
And he looks at his sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And another foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Two out, nobody on. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Nunez retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The second baseman, Jay.
Here comes the first pitch.
Wow.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Ball one to start the at-bat. No one out with a runner at second. Ball two now. Rosario, just 24 years of age. He's had a great season to this point, and coming into today, he's received the most all-star votes among National League shortstops.
Hey, let's give a round of applause to the fans for voting this guy first at his position right now. He is not what comes to mind when you think all-star, but you know what? Check the numbers right now in the first half. He has been a dominant player. This is well-deserved.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and one strike. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Albies picks it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
So a man at third here with 2 gone. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. Ozuna looks up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. Number 17 for him on the season as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
Into the box now, Jake Marisnick. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The windup and the 0-1. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Now batting, third baseman.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. So now to the plate, J.D. Davis, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second, make it 9-0.
Hey, that's not a bad first milestone. 100th career RBI, D-Row.
Yeah, after your first original knockdown, probably for you, your first strikeout, your first bomb, you want to start putting some zeros on the back end of these numbers. 100th ribby, nice milestone right there.
Into the box, Eduardo Nunez.
He swings and grounds it to short. Swanson picks it up.
Over to Albies covering at second, and that'll do it. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Mets 9 and the Braves nothing. Stepping up now, Nick Markakis. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Your attention, please. A defensive change for the Mets.
First
Now
pitch of the at-bat.
Number 6.
Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Again, another foul ball. Here's another 2-2. And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Belted high and deep into right center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ronald Acuna.
Acuna digs in now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, number 10 for him on the year. And they're now on the board, though still well behind.
dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Now batting, left fielder.
He grounds it sharply to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And they will still manage to get him at first. A spectacular all-around play, and the inning is over. But the Braves are able to get one back on the solo homer. We played 4. It's the Mets 9 and the Braves 1. Luke Jackson gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Wilson Ramos. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard.
Stepping in, Noah Syndergaard. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and a strike to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Swanson ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jed Lowry. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though. Here it comes. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Back goes Markakis, and it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot for Jed Lowry, his first home run of the season, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Wow, you don't see this very often. There aren't very many pitchers that are good hitters, and sometimes you take a pitcher for granted. You just want to lay one in there. Mistake, because this guy just took him deep.
batter, number 1.
At the plate now, Ahmed Rosario. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 10 and the Braves 1. Welcome back to Truist Park just outside Atlanta as we send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Here comes the first pitch.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In the air out toward right field. Nunez is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out.
The shortstop, Dansby.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
So coming to the plate, Austin Riley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 9.